Hi, this is G. Allen, and welcome to this video. I'm going to talk about the alternative to LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I don't know about you, but LinkedIn Sales Navigator just frustrates me. It gives me a headache. I just don't understand how to use it. Um, and I found a much simpler tool to use, and it's a proprietary tool. And I'm going to give you a private invitation in this video on how to get access to this tool and why it's so fun to use and why it solves so many problems that you have with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and how you can get prospecting and reaching out to people and connecting with people on LinkedIn so much faster with this new tool. And I hope that you enjoy this video and you get my free training. Again, there's going to be a link below this video where I'm going to give you 7 hours of free training on this new tool. I'm going to give you all the tools you need to successfully do a successful outreach on LinkedIn. And I hope that you use my free tools and get access to this proprietary software that's going to change your life. I don't know about you, but I'm a busy business owner just like you. I don't have a whole lot of time in my day to reach out to people on LinkedIn, but I know it's a powerful tool and it's a powerful network. I know that people have made millions of dollars by reaching out to people on LinkedIn. So if you're a coach, a consultant, B2B business owner, you sell a product or service, and you need to reach out to business owners, you need to be on LinkedIn. You need to start your outreach campaign, and you need to use my proprietary software that I found just for you. And I hope that you listen to this video and you see how easy and simple this tool is to use. All right, let me just shrink down a little bit here so I'm not full screen. Put myself over here in the corner. All right, so alternative to LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I don't know if you ever use Sales Navigator, but it starts out with this. Okay, so you sign up, you pay your subscription, and you're presented with this thing right here. This is the Sales Navigator GUI, and somehow you're supposed to identify the ideal client through this interface right here. I've never been able to achieve it. What industry do I want to? What keywords? What what title? How many years in that position? Their geography. Where are they located? And then it comes up with an arbitrary list, and then I'm supposed to prospect and build connections with this list that it gives me, and it's just all confusing. Then once I start reaching out to people, now I got to keep track of the conversation, right? I got to keep organized, and let's say I don't come back for a week. I don't remember the conversations that I had with people a week ago, right? And so it's just a big mess. And then if I ever want to cancel my subscription, anything that I built inside of Sales Navigator is gone. Okay. So all that work and effort that I put in months after month after month is now lost because I decided that I can't deal with Sales Navigator. So I'm going to show you a new tool in this video that's going to eliminate all these problems that I have with Sales Navigator, and it's going to build it on your personal profile. So any conversations, any connections that you have is in your personal profile, not in the Sales Navigator profile. This sets up a whole separate profile. So if you ever want to cancel, you can't, because all your connections, all your messages are stored in Sales Navigator. And we don't want that. We want something simpler to use, more fun than this weird window right here. Okay. So again, you have to figure out what industry you're in, what keywords, what the title and seniority that the person's at, what size companies do you want to approach, what's their annual revenue, all these questions. You don't need to know any of that, because we're going to show you a different way of filtering and finding the right people inside of this. And then the second thing that Sales Navigator gives you is this thing called InMail. And basically, they charge you a credit to send a message to somebody that you're not connected with. All right, so if you don't have a connection with these, you can send them a message to them, and they give you like 90 some credits per month, and you can send out 90 messages And what I found, every time you send them a message with somebody you're not connected with, you have no they don't know you from anybody, right? They're just a cold connection. It's never a good response when you just reach out to somebody cold and they've never seen you before. They just think you're a spammer. And so you definitely don't want to use InMail because you just it just doesn't give you a good vibe, right? And people just get mad at you and call you names, and then it's just not it's just not worth the effort um, to do InMail. And then staying organized, right? There's a couple different methods for staying organized within Sales Navigator. You can set up separate lists where you have new connections, you have connected and messaging, and then you can have like a third tier where they're non-responsive, but you're connected. Um, Having a separate list and then doing a special little filter thing where you transfer it from one list to the other every time. It's just very annoying and hard to use. The other way of doing it is setting up like a spreadsheet, like here, maybe on Google Drive or something like that. Set up a spreadsheet and then have different tables or whatever. If they connected with you or didn't connect with you, and you'd have a link to their profile, and then you could do it that way as well. But this is very cumbersome, and you got to copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. It's very hard to use as well. So I don't recommend this way. And so I'm going to share the software in just a minute. Remember, there's a link in the description below. It's going to give you 7 hours of training. I'm not going to be able to cover everything in this video. I'm not an expert in this LinkedIn marketing at all. I'm just a business owner, just like you. But I needed a simpler way because I don't have that much time in my day to set up a system like this where it's very complex and I don't have time for that. So I might have 30 minutes to an hour each day to reach out to people, and that's all I need, and that's perfect for the system that I'm going to show you. Okay. So the first thing that you need to set up on your LinkedIn profile is a call to action inside the little tag under your name. Okay, the little field under your name. You need to set up a call to action. You need to call out your market. So you have to know specifically who you're marketing to, right? Who you want to reach. So I reach out to senior care professionals, and so mine says, "Hey, attention, senior care professionals, make more for your efforts." Okay, so instead of spinning your wheels, meeting with people and talking about your product or service, how do you make more with the same amount of effort? And then I help aging seniors pay for long-term care. I work for free. Ask me how I can help. So that's the call to action. How can I help? So I want to start that conversation. I'm not selling them anything. I just want them to start a conversation with me. Now, helping to the one of the key components is helping seniors pay for long-term care. How do you do that? Well, if you figure that out in this industry, you are worth gold because many seniors, get in a situation where they don't have the money to pay for long-term care. So if I can show them a way where they can pay for long-term care that doesn't require them to take out loans or do bridge loans or they have to qualify for government assistance, then I can help. Okay. And I can do it in 10 minutes. So I show them in 10 minutes how I can get them money and then helps them pay for long-term care. And it solves a lot of problems. So that's what I do. So you are going to do something different. You're going to figure out what your market is and who you want to target, call them out, and then do a call to action. Okay. What's the biggest benefit that you offer? And then a call to action to talk with you. Okay. So every time you send a connection request, they're going to see that message under your name. Okay. So that's why we put that there. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to have some type of funnel. So this could be a 2-page thing where, they ask for their name, and phone number, and email, and then it takes them to a calendar, which then allows them to book a time to talk with you, right? So over the phone or a Zoom meeting. So that could be a simple thing, or it could be more complex where you're trying to state a problem that they're probably having. Are you do you have leads that don't qualify, that can't pay for your product or service? Well, great, I can help because I can give them cash um, to help pay for your product or service, right? So something like that. So I don't know what your problems are in your industry and your solutions, but that's what I do. And then you can provide more information. So more information could be something, like a PDF or a chart, or it could be a video, right? I do videos. I create a whole video sequence, and then so when you do videos, you can talk about the problem, you can talk about the solution, you can see the biggest benefit to the person. So that's why I like video. And then you're going to do a call to action. So a call to action is to get on a phone call with you and see if you could help. Okay. So over here, you see on the left-hand side, you see lead generators. So LinkedIn is just one of the lead generators that we use. We also use Facebook, YouTube, and Google. Now, YouTube and Google are kind of combined together because they're based on keywords, something that somebody's searching for and needs help with. So we use YouTube and Google to rank and to get information out there and then drive that traffic into our funnel. Our funnel has 3 stages, and then it gets them on a call with us, so that it all does the same thing. So people have made millions of dollars with this system right here. And again, I have a link below that's going to give you 7 hours of training on how to set up this funnel, how to set up these different lead generators, Facebook, YouTube, Google, and LinkedIn, right? And so I go through each of them, show you how to set it up. It really takes, just 7, it has 7 videos on there. Well, 7 hours of videos if you want to watch them. But, it doesn't take very long to master this and to get a funnel set up and then have it ready to go. So I give you all the information. It's totally free. There's no cost. All right. So how this software works, this proprietary software that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is it right here. Okay. So what it does is it goes through, right now I have it on LinkedIn, but you can do Facebook, or you can do other media or social media. I like Facebook and LinkedIn. You can do Instagram, which I don't ever use, but you can use it on Instagram or Twitter or other things. But here we see that we're on LinkedIn, right? You see the little blue IN there. And you can capture the people's profiles from messages, likes, connections, so the people you're connected with, group members. So what I'm on here is a group, right? And there's 16,000 people in this group, and it's a group that's specific to my market, right? It's in the senior care profession, and comments and searches. So you can search in LinkedIn itself and then collect all the information that's on that search page. So it's really easy in minutes, you can collect 16,000 names, right? Just a few minutes. So what you do is you click the blue button, it says enable interface, and then click the start auto scroll. And then when you're done, you can hit the stop button, which is the same pink button there. And then it will capture all 16,000 names and put them into the database. And I'm going to go over to the database. I'm going to go to the database. And so this is the interface right here. You can see these are automatically put in here simply by using that last piece of window before. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through manually and see if they qualify. So I want to show you the qualifications that I look for before I go through and show you how they qualify. Sorry. Here we go. So how do you qualify people? Well, there's a couple things I look for: a number of years of experience in the industry, number of employees at that particular company that they work for, members, how long they've been a member on LinkedIn, Are they a member of any groups? Have they engaged in the last 30 days? Have they posted anything, commented, so forth? And so I'm going to go back to my little software here. And you see that's just like a timeline of my conversation. So I can move them down the timeline as we get more engaged in the conversation. And I also can change their color here, and I can add flags and different things. Like I can add a flag here, priority, high priority. So I can label it. I can take notes. I can do little notes here. What I can do, no, I don't know. I usually take notes, but anyways, you can take notes. And then as you're prospecting, you can say if it qualifies, doesn't qualify, non-responsive, or do not contact if they tell you to not contact them anymore. So in each column, I have a pre-written message. So I have a pre-written message, and all I do is click on it. It's going to auto copy that message in there if I want to connect with this person with their name. So their name, this name is Jamie here. And he does healthcare e-learning. All right. So he might be somebody I'm interested in. Got a little thing popping up here. All right. It says Rock Training Consulting, UHippo, e-learning system. He's not in the senior care market. So he is in healthcare, but he's not in the senior care market. So I would go back and just say he doesn't qualify, okay? So I'll move him down there. Now, if he did qualify and I connected, I would send him a message and a connection request. So I'm just going to do that real quick just so you can see what that connection request is. So this is a different profile. All right, he manages. So I think this is an assisted living place. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go connect. I'm kind of slow. Connect, there we go. So I'm going to connect, and then I'm going to hit add note, and then I'm going to paste in the pre-written message. See, it's got his name right here, okay? Pre-written message. I don't have to write anything. I just hit copy, paste, and then I would hit send. Okay? That's it. I did my contact, okay? So you can change your pre-written message. And then what I'm going to do is go back here, and I'm going to move him into this column because I sent my connection request. And now he's in this column, and the next one comes up, and I just go through the list like this, and I connect. Now, you can do this yourself, or you can have a VA do this. It's all pre-written. You can see it's very simple to use, and then the virtual assistant can go through this and set it up for you. Now, I'm going to show you how to get a virtual assistant to do this for $2 to $3 an hour. Okay, so if you click the link below, I'm going to give you a training on how to find a VA, and they'll do this for 2 to 3 hours. $2 to $3 an hour. So click the link below. You're going to get my free training. You're going to get an invitation to this proprietary software that you see right here. And it's very easy to use, as you see already. Isn't this much better than LinkedIn Sales Navigator? I already know that these people are interested because I pulled them from a group that was already in my industry, and now I'm going through it and just making sure that they're more qualified. And then I'm starting the conversation, and I'm seeing if it's a good fit. Okay. So I can do this 30 minutes a day. I can do this an hour a day. I can have a virtual assistant do it 8 hours a day. It doesn't really matter. And then all the messages go into my personal profile. So if I ever want to, when I continue the conversation, it's all stored in my personal profile. So here's a conversation I had with this fella. So I started out, with a connection request. Hey, I'm reaching out to you because, and then blah, blah, blah. And he says, I don't work directly with seniors. And I say, that's okay. And we have this conversation. So anytime I want to go back and look at the conversation, it's right there. And his link is in my profile over here. And so I can move him down the timeline and see where we are in the conversation. And so I always have that contact, and I always have him organized in my system so I know where he's at in the process. I know that if he's qualified, not qualified. I know if he's had a conversation with us in the past. I know, what are some of his pain points. All those things are something that qualifies a person or doesn't qualify a person. Then I can send them a link to go sign up in my funnel. Hey, I got some free training. I can solve that problem that you're having. Come over here and click this link and watch this video. All right. I have a 5-minute video that I want you to watch, something like that. And so that's how you progress somebody through the system. All right. All right. So what do you say to people on LinkedIn? Basically, you don't want to be over salesy, and you want to connect with them on a personal level. So what I do is I engage with their and comment on their posts. So I check through their profile, see if they posted or commented on any post that was out there, and I also comment on that post. And then I'll send them a connection request, or if I'm already connected, I'll send them a message and say, hey, I saw that you made a comment on the post. I feel the same way. I was wondering if you had a similar problem that I had, which was finding more leads for your business, or finding new customers, or finding higher paying customers, private pay customers in my industry, right? And then ask them a question. And if they say yes, no, it doesn't really matter. And just continue those communications until you find a pain point. When you find a pain point, so we call this the ECC method. So engage, connect, and communicate. Engage, connect, and communicate. All right. So when you find that pain point, then invite them into your funnel. And that's as simple as it is. So again, I hope that you enjoyed this presentation, this alternative method for doing LinkedIn contact messaging. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. But again, I want to give you more training and show you how to set up your funnel, how to set up these different lead generation platforms, how to get more people to your funnel and into a phone conversation and qualify them along the way. So I teach you all the steps that you need to do in the free link below. So go ahead and click that link and we'll get started. All right, share this video with your friends. And if you think somebody could use this information and wants to get that private invitation to get a hold of this software that I just presented to you, then definitely share the link. Also like and comment below. Make sure you tell me what's your biggest pain points with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and I'll answer them on a different video. All right, until then, this is G. Allen Roberts, and I'm signing off.